I'm wearing sunglasses inside, yeah, I know. And today we have an Infiniti Q70. This thing is an awesome looking car. It's got the Akibona brakes on it. It's got nice wheels. It's this dark blue. I think it's a V6, it's 3.7, and it's all-wheel drive. So if you're up north, it's definitely a car for you if you want some luxury. But today on this thing, we are going to be installing BC coilovers, your Godspeed camber arms for the front and the rear, and then another piece, I don't know exactly where it's going to go, but when we get underneath the car, we're going to go ahead and see. But there's some spec performance. It looks like it's either the front or the rear, like another tow arm or something like that. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to try to get all this done in like an hour or two so that we can really see how low this thing's going to go. I'm just going to take the coilovers and install them into the car and then lower it down on the ground and see how well it sits and stuff like that. But other than that, we'll adjust it from there. So first off, let's go ahead and get it on a lift and get it up in the air and see how much work this is going to be. I don't see how it can be that much work, but could possibly be wrong. And I could possibly be here all day with this thing. Hope not though. So let's go ahead and get this thing up in the air. Here, we're going to go ahead and start with the front. The front should be a lot easier than the back. Probably not, but I have a general idea of how to get this one out. So we're going to take off the upper control arm since we're replacing that. So we're going to disconnect it here. We're going to disconnect it at the top of the strut up here, and then on the bottom of the strut right down there. And then we actually have to separate it and take off this one so we can actually put the new coilover into here. And we also have to take this off. So only a couple bolts on there, and then you have to pop off your brake line cables right there. So we're gonna do the whole front stuff, and then we're going to go ahead and do the backs. So let's go ahead and jump into this front. So here we go. We have all the front out right here. All came out with this one ratchet, right?
Yep, just
Sick.
that one ratchet.
Sick. Not even any sockets or anything, just magic and some weird stuff. So now that all the front is out, we're gonna replace it with the BC coilover right here for this one, that one for that one, and then these upper control arms to replace those so that we can dial in the camber in the front. These camber arms I've never used before, but they look kind of weird. I mean, I guess they're kind of preset. I think they're preset all the way to as much camber as it possibly can have. So we're definitely going to have to do some adjustments on that and let Peter know about those things so that we can dial it in better. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and put these things together now. So we're going to have to take this one off right here. This one off right here, put the coilovers in, and go ahead and start reassembling everything. There is no real front left and right for these. All it says is F on the coilover right there for both of these. So there is no real front, and we're gonna go ahead and stop saying and just assemble this stuff. Let's go ahead and do it. So the front is all done. It's actually got a lot of camber thanks to that camber kit for the top, but like I said, I just have this thing loose right now, so you can just go like this and pull it out. And right there is actually pretty close to stock ride height, so I'm probably gonna lock it in right there when I'm all done with this. But for right now, while it's on the lift, we could see how much camber she's got, and definitely need some wheels if you wanna run this fitment. But it's all in, camber plate on the top, coilover in the back there. So now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the back. We're gonna replace the strut. This arm right here, I think this one is the tow arm, and then this one is the camber arm on the bottom down here. So we're gonna replace both of those arms and then this one, and then we're gonna go ahead and lower this down and finish her up. So let's go ahead and take the rears out now. Yeah. As I went to go do the rear, and I thought that the suspension was in the trunk, so I took the trunk apart, thinking that, oh, it's a normal car and everything is like underneath these back panels and whatnot, but that didn't turn out to be the case, so I had to take out the interior as well. So now the interior is out. I can take the struts out right here, and I can go ahead and put the trunk back together so that this is all back in. So let's go ahead and put this back together and get those struts out now. Okay guys, so about an hour later, these backs were way harder than the front. Can you stop? Stop. Get out of here. So the backs were way harder than the front. The front kind of just came out and then you put them back in. The backs you had to take off one part, take off another part. There's about 6 extra bolts in the back that you have to take off instead of like 2. So now that the back is all disassembled, you can come over here, look at our new parts, compare, and now we'll be able to reassemble. So these are the old parts right here, and then these are the new ones we're going to be putting in. Camber and toe, then the coilover. So now we can go ahead and reinstall all this and be done in like 15-20 minutes hopefully, and then go on with the rest of the day. Get it over to Peter, do the alignment, and then we'll go ahead and send her on back to the customer. Okay guys, so the rear is all done. The coilover is in, all bolted up. The rear camber arm, the rear toe arm are all on. Everything is ready to bring it over to Peter and get an alignment. So we're gonna put this wheel on. We're going to tighten up the camber in the front, and we're gonna bring it over to Peter. And then, I don't know what else I'm gonna do, but we'll figure something out. So let's go ahead and finish this thing up completely now. Okay guys, so this thing probably has about -3 degrees of camber in the front, and then probably about a degree of toe in the back, but 0 camber in the rear. That's pretty cool. But this is not how we're gonna leave it. I'm actually gonna put it back up, tighten down those couple of bolts on the camber, and then we're going to go ahead and bring it over to Peter's. I just wanted to see how much camber it would actually give it once it actually has the full weight of the car on it. And the car doesn't even seem that much lower than it was before. So I think the customer's gonna be very happy with it, especially after he gets his alignment. And yeah, let's go ahead, bring it to Peter now. Here's the finished product of the car. It looks really good. I like how it sits. It's kind of like my G37, where it's low, but it's not too low. The customer really just didn't want it to rub, and it does not. So the front is as little camber as possible for the front. There's probably about a ½ degree to a degree of camber in the front. There's nothing you can really do about that except get different camber arms and continue to adjust it from there. But I had pulled the camber all the way out and tightened them down, so that is good. In the rear, Peter was able to delete most of the camber and fix the toe, so it's good. So yeah guys, that's it for this little car, this little bit on this car. So guys, out here on the 180, the 180 is doing pretty good. I should be blocking this one off and that one off down there. Kind of being lazy right now, but I have to do that today before I leave. But overall guys, what I had done last night, or it was this morning or something like that, was I had ordered the coupler for this thing. It should be here Monday next week at the latest. I'm kind of hoping that it gets here like on Friday so that I can put this thing together, have Harvey weld this thing up, and be done with this thing. So I got another coupler for it. It's a blue one, just so that it matches all the rest of them. And it's the 3" to 2 3/4. So that should be here next week or Friday. And then I still have to paint my bracket right there and the one down there holding the flex fuel sensor up. The car is actually hot right now. What I had done was I had taken it and I had putzed it around. Yeah, I'm just putzing around. I putzed it around, going through the gears, staying completely out of boost because I don't want anything to happen to this motor. And I'm just trying to keep it so that, or just trying to break it in so that the clutch doesn't see its first time really being driven on the dyno. I don't want to just like throw it on the dyno, break it in, and then it just like not last after that, because even though this clutch was very, very cheap, I really would like to see it last at least a year at the most. But yeah, that's about what we're doing on this. And then over here on the Beamer, still being sad, still being Beamers. Like I said in the last video, we're gonna go ahead and start working on this a little bit. I'm gonna see if Lum can actually come by at the end of the week. I have a lot of bills that I need to pay at the end of the week, but I'm gonna go ahead and see if Lum could come here on at the end of the week and tint this thing. For this thing, I don't really want it to be that dark, but I mean, I guess I can, since it's whatever. So we're probably gonna do like 20 on the side, 20 on the back, and then just like a very light tint on the windshield so that I can actually keep my dash from cracking and getting destroyed down here in the hot Florida sun. And then while we're at it, I mean, if he wants to, we can go ahead and tint this too, the sunroof, and then we can have tinted sunroof. But we're gonna do all that, and then hopefully middle of next month, I can go ahead and order up the coilovers for this thing, because I really want to see how this thing is going to come out. I'm going to need coilovers and a spacer for the back. So other than those few little things, the Beamer's doing good, and that's going on with that. So we're going to go ahead and get on out of here. I want to go get some food, and yeah, I'll check in with you guys a little bit later and show you guys what I'm doing later. Okay guys, so I'm out here down off of, where are we? We're on like we're like off of Lake Worth or something like that. Yeah. And
I mean, where the trampoline park is.
Yeah, we're out here where Redneck likes to go bounce on some trampolines. We're gonna go ahead and we're at this little pop-up meet. It's pretty popping actually, so we're gonna go walk around a little bit, see what kind of cool cars we can find, and hopefully loud music doesn't happen again so I can actually film. So let's go ahead. So guys, I've seen this guy here around a couple times, seen him driving. He saw me. But this Miata's sick. Like the wheels, hard top, sick. And then over here we got a Mini. This Mini's sick. Work wheels, slammed. Oh, we got the whole Mini crew right here. Actually, there's a bunch of them. This is super sick. But yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad tonight. There's a couple other Hondas over there. And we're just seeing what else we can find out here, but I'm gonna go find Alex again and see what he's doing. So guys, I really like this BMW. He's giving me some ideas for mine. So I'm looking at his brake setup, and he's got the brake setup basically that I want. He's got the stop text in the front. People are already racing. It's not a good sign. So he's got the stop text in the front. He's got some side skirts on the side that I really like. I really like these winglets that he's got going on right here. They look like waves basically going down the side of it. So I really like that. And then, you know, he's got the VSKFs on this thing. So I'm trying to figure out what the heck body kit this is. And it's really hard because it's like very well put on, and it's like molded into the body of the car. So like you can't even tell which one it is. But overall, the car is absolutely amazing. I love this thing. This thing looks sick. And it's actually a real M3 too, because you can look inside and you can see all the M3 like interior. So I really want to know what's going on with this thing, but the guy's not here. So we're just going to keep admiring it, look around. And this might be about it though. Probably going to go home soon. Guys, that's about it for this video. A lot of stuff, a lot of different stuff happened in today's video. The coilovers were installed, the car show thing went on, and I talked about the 180. It's probably not that interesting at the end of it all, but it's what I had for the day, so that's what we're working with. And like I keep saying, merch is coming out. I talked to Phil again yesterday. We're gonna come out with some stickers, and we're just gonna keep going from there. If you guys like it, we'll see. So if you guys liked the video, don't forget to subscribe though. Hit the like button, comment, share, do all the good stuff. Don't forget to hit that bell, get those notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next one.